Elder and Sister DeBow are senior missionaries serving in the Virginia Chesapeake Mission. They're serving a 23-month mission, and they've been with us, I think, for about 18 months now. Is that correct? So, Elder and Sister DeBow, would you just take a moment and help us understand how it is you decided to come on a mission?
Well, I've always wanted to go on a mission. I blew it when I was a teenager, and so through my married life, I just wanted to go on a mission. And
I was a convert, so I didn't have a chance to go on a mission as a youngster. So when I retired, we both retired on the same day without discussing with each other. And we thought there must be a reason for this. We looked at the mission outline, and the military relations mission just jumped out at us.
When you say you looked at the mission outline, what do you mean?
There's a brochure that's posted in a lot of the ward buildings that lists all of the positions available for senior engineers, past history, for senior missionaries. And we'd taken one of those home and were thumbing through it to see the different positions that were available.
And that one jumped out to you?
Jumped out.
Yeah, I thought we were going to go on family history because that's what I've done for years, but the Lord just threw military relations at us. So
when you filled out your mission application, is that what you wrote down on your application?
Yes.
And you understood at the time that you might be called to something else?
Yes. We knew that too, yeah.
Yeah,
You're all right with that?
You know, oh yeah. It was.
Yeah.
So how did you feel when you opened your call and it said you're going to well, at that time I guess it was the Richmond mission
in Virginia Beach, Virginia.
What was that experience?
Norfolk Naval Station. Well, I had to look up a little bit about what the Norfolk Naval Station was. When I was in the Navy, I was on the West Coast.
So a new climb for you. How about you, Sister DeBow?
I was thrilled. I've lived on the East Coast twice before, only northern East Coast, and so I was glad to get into the southern East Coast now and get to know the people down here. So I was really excited about it, yeah.
What have you come to learn about the people down here?
They're awesome.
Oh, yeah, wonderful.
Wonderful people, yeah. Especially the saints around here. They struggle, especially the military. There's a lot of struggling going on, and we're needed. I think that's what we love the most about it, is we're needed here. We feel like that we can do some good here, whereas at home, it's, to me, retirement, you can do anything you want, but I just love serving. That's my thing, yeah.
A big thing I noticed is having converted in the Mormon country in Utah and Idaho, and gone through my whole church life there, so I thought the church was Utah and Idaho. And I found that they have just as wonderful bishops here, the same kind of people serving in the wards, the elders quorum presidents, the bishops, the high priest group leader, they're all, the Mormons are not as numerical here, as big a percentage of the population, but it's the same church, the same spirit, the same gospel, same teachings, same great leaders that we have. It's amazing.
Have hot and cold running water here too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. What was your process of preparation for a mission? How difficult was that, and what did you do to prepare to come out?
Well, we thought we were getting rid of a lot of stuff when we left. We were really proud of ourselves for going through all of our stuff and getting rid of stuff that we'd been collecting through the years because our daughter and her family were moving in. And now that we've been on our mission and in a small apartment, we're ready to go home and get rid of the rest of the stuff that we thought we needed. We just realized it was a little hard to leave our home. Your sentimentality there, and now we want to sell our home and just rent an apartment so we can go on another mission. That's all we want to do. It was hard to leave family, but we're grateful we left them now. We've watched a lot of growth, a lot of blessings in their lives because we were gone. That's been a real revelation. Kind of hurt Mom's heart a little that I'm not needed as much as I thought. But, oh my word, they have grown so much with us being gone. That's been a blessing.
But all these family crises that have happened back home, they would have been so dependent on us and not grown on their own, which they have now.
Yeah.
And it's been wonderful.
You've missed a few family events?
A lot of family events.
A birth, we've got a 1-year-old now that we haven't seen yet.
Baptisms,
Yeah.
and a few crises that we, normally would have been there for. But, what's nice is they rallied around each other, but the crowning factor is we weren't there, so they turned to God instead. That, to me, was the greatest reward, that they turned to God. I was there, and so they didn't need to. Now I'm not there, and they need God more, and that, to me, is thrilling.
What are your family back home, what do they think about you serving a mission? What communication comes from them back to you?
Oh, they're so proud of us.
Yeah, we have a family Facebook page. We post our mission stories on, and all of the boys were on missions, so they.
All the boys are on mission.
Or
Well,
were on
they
mission
were on
now.
mission.
Our youngest is 24 now, so.
So
Yeah.
that's been a bond with them.
Oh, yeah, and the grandchildren. When President Bednar told us that, our families would be blessed just by our example, we've seen that. We know we've got grandchildren who want to go on missions. And
Okay, so when Elder Bednar came to a mission conference, he spoke to all the missionaries, and at one point he spoke specifically to the senior missionaries.
I felt he was invoking a blessing on us and our families, yes.
And what was that blessing? What did he say?
He said, your families will be blessed for your service here.
And for generations.
Yeah, for generations. That's right.
Not just
And
the immediate ones, but generations.
yeah, we're seeing it in grandkids now.
What's been surprising about this experience? Something that is unanticipated blessing as you come and serve this mission. You've already talked about some of it, I think. But
I think that the working of the Spirit in what we're doing, saying things I never thought I would. Did I say that? No, I didn't. The Spirit said it. And the effect that it's had on other people, and the service we've been able to give, and the help that it's brought to others. It's the good feeling of service.
Yeah. Mine's been my own personal growth. I honestly felt like when I came out on this mission, I have a lot to give. I'm a pretty wise woman. I've learned a lot, and I know a lot, and I got out here and realized that there was a lot more I needed to learn, a lot more I needed to grow. And to me, this has been a spiritual boot camp for me. I don't want to leave because I have learned so much, and I don't want to, lose everything I've learned. It's just so exciting.
I don't want to get too personal, but I'll ask a personal question anyway. How has this mission blessed your marriage?
Oh, wonderfully. Our marriage was more of a contract before, I think, and it's more of a covenant now.
We weren't that close. I was wrapped up with my family, my kids, my grandkids, and he was wrapped up with work and his airplanes, and we were good. Honestly, I was happy being his companion at that point. When we came on our mission, there was some adjustment to be made because we gave up all of that extracurricular and we were facing each other. And we've fallen in love deeper than we've ever been in our whole life. We have more in common and more fun times, more laughter, and more joy together. I mean, when you're feeling the Spirit together like that, what a bonding experience that is. And it's been the best thing that ever happened to us. It's just been wonderful. Yeah.
Some people are fearful about serving a mission. They worry that they'll have to be out knocking doors or contacting, if they'll leave the grandkids behind, or there's all kinds of fears. How would you counsel them, Elder and Sister DeBow?
Oh, don't have any fear about it. It's the senior mission is a fantastic experience. I understand there are proselyting missions, but our military relations is not a proselyting mission. We don't knock on doors. We don't street talk people. We just seek out and find those that are less active, or that have been avoiding the church, or that need some service of some kind. And often it's just service that's our first contact with them. We'll find somebody that's moving, or just got transferred here.
Well,
And,
my
yeah.
biggest fear was dissolved in the MTC, because when we got in there, they said, okay, you're gonna practice teaching the discussions. And so we studied all night, and we can't do this, how can we know all this? And when we got in there and had the prayer with the pseudo investigator at the time, we tried to teach the lesson, and yes, that there was cause to be fearful, because we weren't doing it right. And then things changed. We stopped and we let the Spirit enter in, and then when the Spirit started teaching, I knew I had nothing to fear anymore, as long as I let the Spirit teach rather than me trying to teach the lessons. And so we're teaching things that, like Elder DeBow said, that, wow, did I say that? No, I didn't say that. The Spirit did. So I feel very bold now, because I know that the Spirit we're doing the Lord's work, not our work. We're not teaching what we know, we're teaching what the Lord wants them to know. And so there's nothing to be afraid of when the Spirit is in charge.
I was amazed in the MTC. I did not think the Spirit would be in our meetings there. I thought, this is practice. This person is not really an investigator. She's a longtime church member who's volunteering here.
Pretending.
And the whole thing is a script that's made up, you know. It's all up to us now. But the Spirit was actually there,
And taught
prompting us,
taught a beautiful lesson.
on this script. It was amazing. So,
Any concluding testimony you'd like to share about this, each of you, Sister DeBow and Elder DeBow?
To me, the thing that I've gotten out of this is, I always worried about what are we going to do when we retire, because we had a good savings plan, and we could have traveled, we could have taken our money and gone to Italy and visited here and done things like that, but we wanted to be happy, and we have found true happiness in serving. Serving our families was great, but they needed to learn how to grow without us. But coming out here and utilizing our savings to serve others has been one of the most profound experiences. We want to continue to do this until we can no longer do it. It's our retirement of choice, basically.
yeah, I did. I had no idea what I'd do when I retired. I never thought about it much. Well, maybe I'll move into the hangar and sleep under my airplane or something. But this has been marvelous. It really has. And the more I found out that the more important thing is family and my wife and our marriage, and serving others. It's just marvelous.
Thank you. We're grateful for both of you and appreciate your remarkable influence. We probably won't ever let you go home.